Hey, Taste Buds! Welcome back. We are recapping episode 6 of In the City, Not So Simple. Ashley, what did you think of the episode? Because I really enjoyed it. I really
I
did.
thought I thought it was, a lot of people are getting very frustrated with this show,
Hmm.
I feel, and I get it because the Amanda
Yeah.
aspect of it all is just insufferable.
Yeah.
I like all the components. The fact that we had Mother Hubbard teach a lesson in sex ed at Dwayne Reed
I
in the
know.
pregnancy. I'm sorry. I think it's great. I can't say I love it because they're still working out some things, but
Sure.
I really like it. It's a solid 4 for me.
Yeah, I really enjoy it too. And also, I really like how they have so many scenes of New York City just sprinkled and peppered through because, like Sex in the City and shows that are based in New York, it is the 13th man in a
Right.
way. So I really appreciate that. And it's just, it makes me want to move to New Jersey or something. Not New
Right.
York, because I don't desire to live like six girls in a one bedroom. That would be my budget. So New Jersey, but I'm like, easy commute, over
Right.
there.
It's so New York. Last week I was like, I need a slice. And then today the show opens with Gavin eating a piece of pizza. And I'm like, I want a slice of New York pizza so freaking bad right now.
I
That's what In the
know.
City is doing to
It's
me.
making you really, it totally romanticizes New York. And not that I didn't already do that in my head, but it totally does.
Right.
So I guess let's start at the top with Kenny and Whitney. And this scene made me emotional, but not for what you might think. I just absolutely loved when Whitney was like, okay, enjoy the conversation. Like, I'm going to go in the office and work or whatever. And she was sitting by the door just listening in. And she was giving so much emotional support without even being in the room. And as someone who, like, that's my love language.
Mhm.
I just feel like she does a really good job at reassuring Kenny and being present and there for him mentally, emotionally, physically. And I thought that was a really beautiful scene.
Yeah, no, she is a wonderful, wonderful lady, an
Yeah.
amazing partner. If Kenny is the person she desires, I hope she gets what her heart desires, but she
Yeah.
deserves it all. Love that. Again, we mentioned this last week. I don't want to beat a dead horse. This feels like a season 2 storyline with the
100%.
dad. We don't have enough invested in Kenny. Most of us don't even like him.
Yeah.
This makes him more likable, but we still know who he is. This is just, it's ill placed, but Kenny is, I think, a good representation of New York, like just
Totally.
kind of that guy. Whitney's a welcome addition to the show. And it was nice, we saw him look for his dad and meet his dad,
Yeah, that was
find
really
his dad
sweet.
again.
Yeah, no, it was really sweet to see. And I really like Whitney, honestly. I feel like I don't want to say I'm the best judge of character, but I feel like she has really the people who I do instantly kind of like. I feel like they're good-ish. Granted,
Mm,
it's reality TV. I do not know this woman, but her energy seems very calming and just grounded, and she seems like she has
hmm.
a good head on her shoulders. So I'm not saying Kenny is the perfect guy, but I'm saying I like her in their pairing a lot
Right.
more than I like him, which isn't necessarily difficult.
Right. No, but she deserves everything. Danielle, it was nice just to see her and her mom and
Yeah,
see what that dynamic is. Ada, I think, is her name. It's
that makes
very,
sense now. Why her
what's that?
son's name is Aiden.
Oh, yeah. There
So
you go.
I didn't
Oh,
even
and
clock
then
that.
Mazel to Danielle.
Yeah, Danielle and Owen welcomed their baby. I hear everything's fine. Yvonne was on Watch What Happens Live last night and she said baby and mom are doing well. But if you guys did not hear, Danielle went into labor 10 weeks early. She welcomed her son, Aiden, a couple days ago.
Yeah, a
Today's
few days
Wednesday.
ago.
Okay, a few days ago. So 10 weeks early. He's going to be in the NICU for the next 2 to 3 months, which is so scary and sad to like leave a hospital with your child still there. I cannot shout out to all the NICU
Oh,
parents because I cannot imagine the mental torture of that to
oh
like leave
gosh,
your
it just sounds
small
terrible.
child in
Oh,
the hospital. But yes, mazel to them. Again, everything seems to be going well, at least from what we've heard. But yeah, her mom came, and her that scene with her mom was really touching too.
I thought it was really sweet. It was really, that's the thing. These shows take a little bit, and it's not meant to be a fast-paced
Right.
show. the pace of this show just feels different. It's funny because New York, you think of New York Minute, you think
Yeah.
the high, fast pace of New York, and this show feels kind of slowed down. It works for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, this time just seeing Danielle, like how culturally
Yeah.
the mom is so involved in Danielle's life, bringing her food, visiting regularly.
Yeah.
But the thing is the fact that Danielle's mom loves Owen so much.
And
That
that's,
was really nice to see.
and I feel like Owen does get a bad rap because on paper, the fact that he's still married is cause for pause for a lot of people. Like, that's fair. Especially because we don't know how the wife feels or like what the actual dynamic is there because we don't know her perspective. But the fact that Danielle's mom, who I can't speak for white households, but I can speak for ethnic households, and usually, historically speaking, the parents and families are so involved. And the fact that she is so involved and she still has good things to say about her daughter's partner should lead us to believe that he should be decent enough, you know?
Exactly, exactly. No, that was the endorsement I needed. Because he doesn't give me the best
I
impression. Just like
agree.
in the group scenes, and not everybody is like, oh, first of all, he's on TV. He didn't like he signed up for it, but kind
Yeah.
of didn't. He just
Yeah.
kind of found himself here. Not everybody is Lindsay Hubbard. I understand that, but I don't love Owen yet. But to
I
see
agree.
Danielle's mom be so fond of him, I was like, I'm not writing you off, young man.
Yeah,
Young
no.
man, I'm so old. I'm like, young man, he's 42.
No, I'm not writing him off either. Correct me if I'm wrong. Last week when Danielle stormed off the trolley, I'm pretty sure he went to the bar and ordered a beer. And so I was like that was kind of a I mean, but granted he knows who his partner is. You know,
Right.
I can see myself a little bit in like Lindsay and Yvonne and Danielle. I'm hot-headed too. So maybe he's used to her just like popping off and then she needs a second. But I was
Right.
like that's weird that he went and got a drink at the bar and didn't immediately chase after her.
Right. Or grab one for her. Like,
Or that.
you know what? You need a cold glass of water, my
You know
dearest.
what? That's a good point. Fine if you want to go into the bar and have a drink really quick because that was a lot between Amanda and Lindsay. But then like go to her and be like, "Oh, by the way, here's your drink of choice. You need
Right.
this, queen."
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, that's so funny.
Also, the fact that
Yeah.
Owen doesn't have any. That's real because I struggled when I was in my apartment. I'm like, I don't know where a man's clothes would go because like it fills
Oh,
my entire closet.
no, my husband has a rack outside of the closet. The closet is mine. He has a
100%.
dresser and a rack in the bedroom.
Like Owen, he had simply just a clothing rack.
Yeah, no, I get it. I
I
get
mean,
it. And I don't live
yeah.
in New York.
Thank you. I'm just like, I genuinely don't know where their clothes are going to go. So that's such a valid,
Yeah, no,
that's such a valid point. Okay. So
his
Lindsay
coats are in the garage.
is in a vacuum seal. Put him in there. Lindsay, Nick. Okay. So Yvonne, so was it Yvonne and Nick weren't actually married
So they were
legally?
married in Mexico. So they
Right.
literally did the whole thing, but it's not technically like married until they got the paper here and did it this was for legality reasons
Yeah.
strictly, which I love a city hall wedding. It's so New York. The
It's chic.
dog, it's so chic. Jackson in his little tots
I
out.
know that was cute. I also felt so seen by Yvonne when her husband walked in with the dog and like what they're wearing, but Yvonne was sitting on the floor in front of the mirror doing her makeup. That is so girl coded.
Ugh.
100. I love sitting on the floor and just doing my makeup.
Oh, the best.
Oh
The
my gosh.
best.
I'm like she's just a girl. We're all just girl. I love
We're
it.
all just girls trying to exist. It's her wedding day. Oh, but so sweet. That was really, really nice. But did you clock on Watch What Happens Live? She said, "Oh, we didn't sign a prenup. We're in it for the long haul."
I did. I didn't get a chance
Girl.
to watch the whole thing, but I did see that clip specifically because
Ooh.
they panned over to Jerry O'Connell, whose face was like, well, because it's the tale as told as time on Bravo.
Oh my
So what I'm
gosh.
curious
How did
about,
Lindsay Hubbard let that happen?
well, so that's what I'm about to say. Is Nick the breadwinner? Because he
Well,
has all those.
she's not working right now, so she's not making, I mean, with the exception of In the City and these
Yeah,
clear brand endorsements. I mean, she had her baby announcement in People.
correct.
But no, he's the breadwinner as of
So I
what we
guess that
know.
makes sense. She didn't sign a prenup.
Right.
So
Unless, I
Lindsay
mean,
probably supported it. She was like, yeah,
right.
Yvonne.
Maybe she, you know what? Maybe you're right. She was like, girl, do you want to go back to work? And she's like, no. And she's like, okay, then don't sign a prenup. You
Yeah.
know what? That's girl code.
Yeah.
That's
It would be one thing if Danielle, I'm sorry, not Danielle. It would be one thing if Yvonne had like a huge thing and she was like, Lindsay's like, you need to protect that. But I feel like her and Nick are well matched, honestly.
yeah.
Who's to know what's going to happen in 10 years from now? But you know what? Whatever.
Right.
Whatever.
Literally not our problem, not how I would navigate, but to each their own.
Do you want?
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask about the milkman. Honestly, I was surprised that Lindsay's still talking to that
Well,
guy.
I was going to say, since we're talking about Yvonne and Lindsay, we should just cut to when they're in Dwayne Reed discussing the ovulation and having babies and all of those things. And again, I relate to Yvonne because, like, if something pings in you about a person, like, I'm going to tell my friend I don't see it.
Right.
And she was like, what is this thing you have with, is his name Frank? The
Yeah,
milkman,
Frank.
whatever.
Frank the
She was like,
milkman.
why do you, like, have an issue with him? And she's like, I just don't, something about him. And I'm like, thank you. I agree with that.
He
I'm like,
just he's ick.
he's ick to me. I don't know
Right.
what it
And
is
the fact that he
either.
dated Kelly Dodd
Yeah.
is like, I mean, obviously she's beautiful,
Yeah.
but once we get past the wow, you're very pretty, I think within a few minutes you'd be like, okay, we're good, unless you're good.
I am surprised though, because I know when you're like an adult in dating relationships, you don't always necessarily wait for the third date, shall we say. But I am shocked that Lindsay and him haven't progressed in that way. Like I'm genuinely Frank's what's the word I'm looking for? Strikes me.
Appeal? Yeah.
Frank strikes me as someone who, takes what he wants. And yeah.
You know what? Thank goodness she's not just another cow giving him milk, giving the milkman milk.
I
I like
know.
that she's holding out because you know the old adage, why would they buy the cow if they're getting the milk for free? He's a literal
I
milkman.
didn't realize, so I perceived it as she's not holding out, he is.
Oh,
Cause like
maybe you're
she
right.
wants to so bad.
Right.
So she keeps talking about it, and so Yvonne was like, "Well, have you guys?" And she's like, "No." So I read that as he didn't initiate.
Yeah, that's weird then. Yeah,
So
I
that's what I'm
probably read
saying.
that wrong. You know, yeah, I probably read that wrong. Interesting.
But maybe
Interesting.
you're correct in reading that. I just took it as like she wants so badly because she's like, "It's been 9 months. It's been oh my gosh, I'm a virgin again." Da 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 da. And
Right.
so I'm just like, I think she wants to, but like he's not initiating, which is shocking to me because he gives one and done to me.
That, I mean, yeah, he's giving hit it and quit it, get energy.
100%. Yeah,
Like
no,
just notches. Like he gives like guy who has like a notebook of like coded women. Like he doesn't know all their names, but he just like has a list of like nights he smashes and
yeah.
sometimes how many
And the
times.
fact that he's been on not one, but two Bravo shows is cause for pause for me. I don't like that. I do
No,
not like
that's
it.
weird. That's weird. The statistics on that are not in his favor. That just looks,
Agreed.
it's a bad look. A
And I
bad look.
had to laugh when that grandpa, as Lindsay said, was riding around on his motor scooter inside of the Dwayne Reed and he's just listening. That's me. That would be me. Just interjecting in the conversation is so funny. He was like, free
Yeah.
milk. That's amazing.
The fact
Yeah.
that we're literally, are you a fan of the movie Grease 2? I mean, of course, the original Grease, but specifically Grease 2.
So don't jump me. I can't pinpoint when's Beauty School Dropout. Is that Grease 1?
That's Grease 1.
Okay. So I've seen Grease 2, but I think I'm more familiar with Grease 1.
Okay. This was straight out of Grease 2. There is this scene, it's sex ed. They sing this song called Reproduction.
Oh
And
gosh.
that's exactly what Lindsay was getting. I'm like, hold on, this is I'm like, reproduction, reproduction. Like I just expected like all the Dwayne Reed shoppers to like just jump out and bounce out into song. This is what I need. This was so, we haven't had a scene this authentic and well placed,
Yeah.
literally, since the summer house scene in Old
Oh my
Navy.
gosh, great point. Great point. You know what? I wouldn't be
The setting
shocked.
was everything. If it wasn't set in an Old Navy, that scene, while it was an amazing, just kind of the content of that scene, so
Yeah.
important. But the fact that it was inside of an Old
No, the
Navy.
juxtaposition of the conversation inside of an Old Navy, mind you, is phenomenal. I would not be
Right.
surprised if Lindsay parlays this because she's such good at marketing and business. Excuse me. I wouldn't be shocked if she parlays this to working with like clear one step or whatever, like women knowing, reproductive things. And so I'm like, you know what? Because she was teaching me too. I'm Yvonne and Lexi, like, yes, taking notes. Okay. So 5 days between this and 5 days. Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
I was like, hold on. I was like, so if women can only get pregnant
12 hours a
12
month.
hours of the month, we girls, we need to do more math.
Well, I literally texted a group chat and I was like, wait, I didn't know that you were only fertile, or I know you're fertile for like the week that you ovulate or whatever. Each women's bodies are different, but I didn't realize it was only 12 hours. Why are there so many teen pregnancies then if it's only 12 hours?
That's the thing. Like, why are so many people running around? Like, how much sex are you having? Uh, To where you're just happen to be having sex of all the 12-hour
That's what I'm saying. It
increments?
just doesn't make sense to me then because I'm like, if it's only 12 hours, we should all be very good at avoiding it. You know what I mean?
Right. That's the thing. Why? I make it make sense. I
Make
need
it,
somebody to break that down like I'm five.
Lindsay, come on the talk show. Draw us a map.
Lindsay, we need you. You know, she could have one of those like teacher pointer
Oh my
sticks.
gosh,
Like,
yes.
we're seated, we are taking notes. Please talk. We're listening.
Exactly. Well, remember last week I was like, there needs to be like a big brother, big sister program for people, and Lindsay Hubbard needs to be that for me. I receive her only like, what, 6 years apart? I actually don't know how old she is, but it's
Right.
still, big
You
sister
know,
is ageless.
when we talked to Vanita, it's funny because I was thinking about that and I was like, because she does design work and all this
Yeah.
stuff. I'm like, we could be her make a wish. I'm like, Lindsay could literally like revamp my life in a make a wish project.
No, I was thinking, I'm like, I feel like I need a nanny 911, and it's simply me going to New York immersion therapy with Lindsay, Yvonne, and that whole group, and I'm like, fix me. And I truly believe they would.
Fix you? What do you
I don't
mean?
know, just like, I need like a week of immersion therapy in the school of Lindsay Hubbard, is what I
Okay,
need.
no, no, okay, I understand that.
Do you know
Okay,
what I
number
mean?
one, fix you. No, you're not
Yeah,
broken.
wrong,
You are
wrong
not.
word choice.
I just, well, no, I just don't want that in your even head because that pretty little head does not need that
Oh,
in
thank
there.
you.
However, I do understand your point, and I'm
Right?
not disagreeing. I think, a little zhuzh, if I
A
may.
little just show me what outfits to wear, give me some confidence, give me some pointers at the bar, what
Literally,
drink should I order?
it's like an old trope, but like we need like the wingman trope. I need her at the bar, her standing there, us ordering drinks. We're standing there having drinks
Yes,
together, and she's like making eye contact and doing all the things, and she literally pushes you, and
correct.
that guy's friend like pushes him, and it's like, oh, here we are.
No, exactly. That's actually exactly what I want.
Meet cute.
Well, when Yvonne was like, "Oh my gosh, Dustin, like you and Lindsay can go to the museum." Exactly. That's what exactly. Meanwhile, she's like, "Me and Lindsay
Museum.
have never gone to a museum together." Exactly.
No, but we're going to the museum, and then we're following that by the
No,
library.
100%.
And then we're gonna go feed the homeless.
And then we're gonna get green juices
Right,
and
exactly.
all of that.
Exactly.
Oh
Oh
my
no, that would be
gosh.
perfect.
You know who I feel for? Kyle Cook. Because that house would send me into a spark. And I'm not going to say I'm not the most like type A person in the home. Like, I don't mind a little bit of messes. I don't love mess, but like,
Clutter and mess are different.
okay, yes, I don't mind a little bit of, if you live there. So like the home
Right.
should feel lived in. So I'm not like super anal in that way. But that's disgusting.
No, she's disgusting.
She's disgusting.
Okay,
Sorry.
so I'm gonna say this as a person who has dealt with depression,
Sure,
since
sure.
my early years. That is a telltale sign that I am in a downward spiral. If I start getting messy like that, not cluttery, but
Yeah.
like not just like leaving my clothes in a pile or like, and I'm talking like a day's worth of
Right.
clothes, not a month, like 3 months worth of clothes. But like, there's no food around the house. But if I'm depressed, I get messier and messier
Yeah.
and messier. So I was like, I wonder if she's depressed. And I'm like, no, she's just a bee because she doesn't, she's like, when she later told Kyle, sorry to jump
No,
around,
no, you're good.
but like when she later told Kyle, like when he's like, respectfully, if you've moved out, you have a whole place that's unfurnished, your things should be in your
A million
place.
percent.
He didn't say anything wrong. He wasn't mean about it. Like he literally just addressed the literal elephant in the room.
Yeah.
And she was like, what am I supposed to do? Just like have it in there with me? And I'm like, yeah, it's your stuff. What is
Yeah.
he supposed to have it in his place? Make
I
it make
guess
sense,
I'm
girl.
confused because I'm like, I don't understand the problem. Like, get your
Right.
stuff out. Get out. Get out.
Yeah.
No, I remember Kyle, I think it was soon after all three parts of the reunion filmed or aired on Bravo. He did an exclusive with People, and he was saying, Amanda's stuff is still in my house, and I'm really, really
No.
trying to have patience. He's like, she has a boyfriend. Tell him to come get it. And I'm like, 100%, West, go get your girl and get her stuff out of my house before it's at the shelter.
No, exactly. At this point, I'd have like an expiration date
Or
on it.
burned.
Right. I mean, and I'm being very kind here, especially since it's going to be on TV and held against him at a later time in
You're
life.
right.
If he said, "Hey, your stuff is here," I put it all in a corner. Everything is getting donated on this day at this time if you're not
Yeah.
here. And don't mess around.
You know what?
Respectfully,
He needs,
disrespectfully.
disrespectfully, you know what he needs to be playing? Everything you own in the box to the left in my closet. Yes, that would
That's my
be.
stuff.
So
Oh,
I would be blasting that when she came. Get it out, get it out, get it out. And she's just gross. It's disgusting. And so I understand the depression of it all because sometimes, like, yes, I've been there as well. But that didn't give. I'm not. I know Amanda struggles with her mental health, so I'm not at all minimizing that. But that just gives who she is. She's just lazy.
right.
She's unmotivated. She has literally zero aspiration or drive. And
Right.
from what I've seen of her over the last 10 years, I've not noticed any sort of can
Right.
do hustler
Oh,
vibe.
no, no, no.
And when she was like, I forget what the context was when Kyle was on the phone and he was like, that was about a check for $80,000. She's like, congratulations. That's because you don't have a business that you're passionate about.
Right. She doesn't have a job. I mean,
Yeah.
she's a graphic designer on the side. Like, she probably works an hour a week, if that.
I don't
Like,
even think
not
she does that for Loverboy anymore. And
right.
last I saw, her Amanda Batula Slim, which I don't think a million people bought anyway,
It
but
was like a
from
little tiny drop
it
it
was
wasn't even her line. It was like a
correct.
little branch of another line.
Yeah, and so but I think after everything happened with Amanda and Wes, I didn't totally research this, but I was seeing screenshots of South Down Under, South Moon Under, whatever it's called.
Right.
They didn't even have it up on the website anymore. So I don't even know if she's still getting money from that. Clearly, her parents are still being. Frank is taking care of his daughter financially, and we all know that.
Right. Ooh, before we get to Frank, I just wanted to say the reason I was like kind of hung up on the mess is because, and I hate to compare this to Scandival.
Mm,
Yes, God, I feel like that word hasn't come out of my mouth in so long.
I
But
know.
Ariana being like, when she was so messy, I was like, that girl's depressed. I can see it.
Yeah.
I don't think that with Amanda. I think she's just like a lazy girl that's messy and doesn't take pride in things because she doesn't take pride in herself.
Well, correct. Correct about that. Any person who loves themselves does not present the way that Amanda does. End of sentence. But when she said when she first moved into that apartment, she was like, I've never lived on my own. That's so clear. This is a girl who has been taken care of her entire life. She went from being under mom and dad's roof to living with Kyle, which she's pretty traditional in the sense of like the man supports, and I am too. I'm not knocking that. I am totally of that mindset. Not that you shouldn't have your own thing, but I do like the provider archetype. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But she went from that to living with Kyle, and now she's on her own for the very first time in her 30s. And I can tell this is going to be a very hard transition for her.
Yeah, and that's what she gets.
And where's your furniture?
Girl,
Go to Facebook Marketplace.
girl.
I don't know, just something.
Well, she doesn't need a bed because we know she's sleeping at West's.
Correct. Correct. And if Wes was a decent guy, which we know he's not, he would be like, Amanda, let's go to IKEA. You don't have to spend $1 million. I'll put it together. We know he's not putting anything together, but like,
Right. Go get all your bros. Couldn't your bros all help
Your
and, put
fantastic
together,
friend group
yeah, your friend group that's so interesting
that you
and
wanted to get
so
on Summer House and kick the OGs out, egg on your
nope.
face.
Nope, I don't want to hear it. I don't like it, not one bit.
New. So I'm very curious to see where this. I will say this because I have eyes. Amanda's been looking really pretty in her confessionals for In the City. I will give her that. I'm curious when she filmed them. I'm just curious.
Usually it's after the season wrapped, from what I understand. Like
True.
after the season, they fill in blanks.
So, should we talk about Frank?
I can't wait. Honestly, this was so telling.
I would love a confessional from him, and I want the producers to like. Not that we're owed this. Like these are her parents. They did not sign up for the show. Like in terms of like us being nosy, so to say. But I'm just so curious. What is Frank's opinion now?
We need Andy and a camera.
We need Andy and a camera because obviously Amanda, she was lying to her parents about everything, especially with
We
West.
saw that. I mean, the way that his face looked,
Yeah.
we saw him in real time clock how she misled
Yep.
him and his wife, her
Yeah.
mom. Like
I
she
forget her name right
complete,
now.
yeah, sorry. But Frank and Amanda's mom were bamboozled
Correct.
by Miss Amanda Batula
Yep.
over this. This was learned, honestly, this was great TV. And I'm really tired of seeing Amanda on my screen. I think she's bringing this show down.
Agreed.
I think last week or 2 weeks ago, right after West, it was revealed he wasn't
Yeah.
returning to Summer House. It's like Amanda next, maybe. I don't know. The cast is hanging out with her. Does that
Yeah.
mean she's going to be on the show? We were kind of both like, oh, we'll see what happens. I'm at the point at this moment in time, I'm a no. We need to be done with this woman. I wouldn't mind tapering off of her at this point and just seeing her split with Kyle. I don't need her in group scenes.
I'm very curious to know what's going to happen because traditionally speaking, or historically speaking is the word I was looking for, they film Summer House over 4th of July weekend. And is that next weekend? Today's the 24th.
Oh my gosh,
I think
yes.
it's next weekend. And so my thing is, we still don't have a cast. I did see a blind item, and obviously this is not confirmed, but they did say that they were going to pick up cameras the following week. So the week after 4th of July. I'm sure because like the turnaround wasn't enough time for them to
Right.
solidify cast and all of that. And the
Plus
house is
Sierra. Sierra's
Sierra.
in Fiji.
Sierra's in Fiji. She's going to be going to LA soon for Dancing with the Stars practice. She's going to need to
Oh,
practice with her
that's
partner.
right.
And also, like, there's just so many moving parts, and they don't have a house, I don't think, because the summer house that they've been in for the last X amount of seasons was on the market. So
Right.
they probably just didn't have enough time from when Summer House ended, the aftermath pickup, In the City promo, and now, like, solidifying a cast.
Too much is happening.
Too much is happening. So I don't know. I don't need Amanda on In the City next season, but I'm just curious how well it would be with Kyle without her. We've never seen that. I'm curious how that'll work.
I don't think we would miss her. I don't really
Yeah.
think she brought much. So I think we would get just as much, if not more, from Kyle. Plus, he'd have different people in the house all the time. I love that he's a kissing bandit in this split. He has every right to be. He is literally going around and kissing everyone, and I'm not mad at him
You
one
know
bit.
what? I'm not mad at it at all. And people were saying he did it initially at first to prove a point because Amanda has said he goes out and he kisses all these girls. He's always like, "Where's the videos? Where are the
Right,
videos?" And now we're seeing them, and he's like, "Exactly, exactly," because now I am, and now
right.
we're seeing it. And I'm like, "That's a good point, Kyle.
It
That's
really
fair."
is. And I have to say, well, and first of all, this was something that Amanda was just piling on her dad. She was just
Right,
forcing the narrative, and she's not wrong. Kyle still goes out drinking all the time.
right. She's not wrong.
He's out all the time. He brings strangers in the house. He stays over places where, it's too late for him to be. Everything she said is correct. The fact, and of course, it's her dad. She's going to tell him her side of the story. It's kind of exhausting at this point
Yeah,
because we know in real life that she's out at the bar
exactly. I don't think her
doing
dad
this.
knows that.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. Like, that's why we need Andy and a camera, is because they're realizing this. They probably don't know about West unless she's brought him around as a friend.
At
And if
this
she
time,
has, she's
probably
like,
not.
Yeah, she's playing in his face too.
Well, she's playing both sides. She's playing like, oh, I'm a little girl dad. Like, I'm in the house every night going to sleep, and Kyle's bringing back all
Oh,
these
but my,
girls.
right.
Oh my gosh, this is so unsafe. And then he's like, wait, you're going out too? And she's like, well, yeah, I'm going out now. And and then he was also like, I was under the impression when you guys moved out that this was a mutual decision. And she's like, well, yeah, I was the one spearheading it, because I can't even imagine what Amanda tells her family. She's probably the biggest victim, and they have no choice but to believe it, especially because they never loved Kyle anyway.
Right. Oh, that flashback was not good.
Oh,
The flashback was not good. Kyle is like, yeah, I really want to move forward with Amanda, and asks for permission. And Dad literally laughed.
yeah,
Frank
he was
laughed
like,
in his face. That
that
is
should have been.
the worst.
Here's my issue with women like, and I don't mean to like women shame, okay? But here's my issue with people like Amanda and Brittany. If you are going to choose to still marry your partner, you cannot bring up all to me of their transgressions. Is that the word?
Yeah,
Transgressions?
yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
You cannot keep bringing that up. If you are going to choose to marry someone, stay with them, and you know that they have infidelity, or they drink a lot, or they go out a lot, you knowingly married your partner. And again, I'm not victim shaming whatsoever, but I have a hard time having sympathy because, Amanda, you bring this up so much. That makes you look bad to me as much as it does Kyle, because you look like that's crazy.
Right. Well, Kyle did stuff when you guys were dating. I mean, that's not
Exactly.
cool. It's not okay, but it's not illegal.
But
What
you
he did
okayed
is
it. To me,
right.
it's
Well,
okay.
right. Well, that's the thing. That's exactly because you said it was okay. We're going to move on.
Correct.
If at this point, 10 years later,
Yeah,
you
I just
guys
don't
are
have
married.
sympathy.
I don't either. I
Because,
don't.
Amanda, if this was a boundary for you, not only would you not have gotten married to Kyle, but you would have addressed it. And
Right.
I've not really seen you address it by, you complain about it. I don't feel like you really do anything about it. If Kyle was my partner, I guarantee you he would not be out every night. Guaranteed. Guarantee
Well,
you
that's
that.
the thing. She's just so passive. And the thing is, she could meet him somewhere in the middle.
Because clearly she likes going out. That's why it's lost on me.
And going out doesn't mean till 2 in the morning, 4 in the morning. Like Kyle goes out. There's no reason she's not going to the bar beforehand and or having dinner out. But like the fact that she like never does anything, like that's not her meeting him in the middle.
Agreed. And again, you married Kyle knowing he is a Peter Pan, knowing he's a someone who recharges their battery by being with other people. Like you knew all of these things. You quite literally signed up for all of it. And so now you're mad at him for acting the exact same way he's always acted?
It doesn't make sense.
It makes no sense. So I just don't have sympathy. Brittany Cartwright, you married Jax knowing full well what he was. You watched Vanderpump Rules. You knew everything that we did, and you still married to him. You still married him. And so now you want us to feel
Yeah.
bad that you allowed him to dog walk you all these years, and now you want us to feel bad?
Right. But there was a literal sign at Brittany's bachelorette party saying, don't marry him. And she married him.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, we can have empathy because sometimes when you're in it, you don't see it, sure. But I'm sorry, you saw it from day one.
But that's the thing. I'm more empathetic for the people who I don't even want to use the term bamboozled because they met one person, fell in
Yeah.
love with a person, and then all of a sudden that person changes and becomes a maniac. Jax was always a maniac.
Always.
Kyle was always a Peter Pan.
Always. They didn't switch up.
No, no.
So that's my,
It's these
like,
girls thinking they're going to fix these men. Girls, you're not fixing men. They are who they
they
are.
are who they are. And
And if the thing is a married person, as somebody who's been married over 20 years, the things that drive you crazy when you're dating and you're like, I can live with it, it just gets worse.
exactly, when you get comfortable with each other and
It just gets worse. It gets magnified and you hold those things again. Like you really, it's tough. And like marriage is tough for people who are really good at being married
yeah,
and like are somewhat happy people. They didn't even go into their marriage being a happy couple.
not at
Like
all.
they were yeah, we're going to talk about broken. They were broken when
Yeah,
they got married. They thought marriage was going to fix them.
it didn't.
Duh.
It's just it's so frustrating, honestly, watching women like Amanda navigate life because she went from Kyle arguably to something worse, which is West. At least Kyle pounds pavement and he's working. Granted, he's
Right.
leaning into the job, but at least he's working. They get so much money with DJ gigs,
Oh,
especially in
heck yeah.
Bravo. That's why
Right.
so many people do it, is because it's like club promoting, essentially, is to me what it
Right.
is.
Right. You have a playlist and you dance.
Right. So Kyle's having fun though. He's in Cannes with Lindsay right now, and he had a DJ set, and Lindsay was in the booth for like an hour and a half dancing with him. I saw an
Right.
interview she did with, I think, Us Weekly, US Weekly. I never know how to say it. Is it Us Weekly or
It's
US
us.
Weekly? Okay, Us
It's
Weekly.
us.
So living for that content.
That's the buddy comedy we need. We could just do like little, like on Hulu, I think they're doing verticals, they're
Oh,
calling
right.
them. But we could just do like little shorts of Kyle and Lindsay
Lindsay.
doing things.
Yeah.
I could do that with Lindsay and Carl too.
You
Lindsay,
know,
Lindsay, Carl, and Gemma try things.
that's cute. You know what? Not that we need another podcast. Certainly, it's so oversaturated at this point. But I do think that the brother sister dynamic that Lindsay and Kyle have would serve pretty well on a podcast. Like they could take they can take questions and kind of have like an ask Kyle and Lindsay kind of thing. To your point, trying new things. Like there's so much area of opportunity that I don't feel like they've tapped into.
Right. No, they could definitely do some sort of buddy thing. I think it
Yeah.
would be really, really cute.
I agree. It would be super cute. Any other thoughts before we close out this episode?
Um, we, you know, and I really, really like Gavin. But we did see a little tiff
Yeah.
between Gavin and Kenny, and again, these are little things that I think we're going to see
Yeah.
threaded through and see just, I enjoy it. I enjoy that not much happened with it, but we can see
Yeah.
things stirring and
The
it's very
foundation
real.
is set.
Right, that's the thing. And it's very real that Gavin feels jealous of
Do you
this
think it's
woman.
jealousy?
Really, but a little. I think there's a little
Okay.
bit in there that is bros being taken away, and I
Okay.
think
I
that's
was
very
curious.
real.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think that's driving him at all.
No, I think because like they're actually best friends and they've been friends since college. Like you see your friends like go through relationship evolutions and you kind of know what they like and what they don't like. So I don't think he hates Whitney because he was like, you have a deep seated hatred to my relationship. I don't think he hates it.
No.
I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. I'm
It's an interesting
interested.
dynamic because
Yeah.
Whitney seems, see, that's the funny thing because Gavin is very likable.
Right. He
Whitney
is.
seems awesome. The problem has to be Kenny.
Yeah, something's up,
Right,
and I
but
can't
like
pinpoint
this
it.
should work, and it's not.
Yeah, because
So
Whitney
I'm
seems
curious.
docile. So I'm like, what possibly is she doing, Gavin, that's rubbing you wrong?
Right.
So I think it's to your point, it's a Kenny thing, and she's just collateral damage. Something about the relationship Gavin's not liking. We must not know what it is.
Right. And I'm interested.
I am too. Oh, you know what? I'm also interested in the preview for next week when they're all around. That looks amazing, and also Danielle is wearing white. That's Yvonne's. Like, why are you?
Diabolical.
This is like the woman in white needs to leave.
Diabolical.
This is Yvonne's. I'm assuming it's like a reception. I didn't know what it was, but it's a party for the wedding, and
Right.
you should not be wearing anything resembling white,
Nope.
Danielle.
Nope.
Ugh, you guys.
Yeah, that was. Oh, and Amanda wearing Boys Lie this episode was
Yeah.
hilarious.
I know that was. Yeah.
Absolute chef's kiss. They're like, can you take that off, please?
Literally, you're ruining the brand.
Yeah, please don't.
But anyways, you guys, that was our recap. Don't forget to put your rating down below. What was your favorite part of the episode? And we will see you next week when we recap episode 7. Bye.
Bye.